When I talk with business owners, I often hear a similar frustration. They're visible, they're posting, and people are liking their posts. Some are even sharing them. But the part that feels confusing is this. Very few of those interactions turn into real conversations. There aren't many discovery calls. There aren't many inquiries. And eventually, the question becomes, if people are seeing my work, why isn't it turning them into clients? And if you felt that, you're not imagining it. Visibility is important, but visibility alone rarely builds a business. And in this video, I want to walk through something many experienced business owners eventually discover. The problem usually isn't visibility. It's what happens after visibility. And by the end of this video, you'll understand the vital system most businesses are missing and how a simple follow-up structure can change the way your visibility efforts actually support your revenue. I'll also show you one AI prompt that can help you build structure without adding any more mental load. Earlier in my own business, I tracked what most people track: likes, comments, shares, views, engagement. I was posting consistently and showing up every week. From the outside, it looked like progress. I was doing what everybody else says you should do, but something didn't feel quite right. People were seeing the posts, yet very few conversations were actually happening because of them. There weren't many inquiries, there weren't many discovery calls from them, so there weren't many leads at all. For a while, I assumed that the problem was the content. Maybe I needed stronger hooks. Maybe I needed better messaging. Maybe I needed more polished videos. Maybe I needed to post more often. But eventually, I realized something simpler. Visibility and conversion are not the same thing. Posting introduces people to your work, but it doesn't move the relationship forward on its own. And that shift took a while to see clearly. And it is especially frustrating when it shows up for business owners in midlife. Because by this stage of business, you already know how to create value. You're experienced. You've worked with clients. You've helped people get real results. But the business structure often grew organically over time. Visibility strategies were added, platforms were added, content calendars were added, yet one piece of the relationship cycle often stayed informal: follow-up. There's also a belief that quietly sits underneath this. Many thoughtful business owners worry that follow-up will feel pushy or intrusive or uncomfortable. So after someone interacts with a post or expresses interest, the relationship simply pauses. Not intentionally, just structurally. But here's a quiet pattern most businesses eventually discover. Revenue rarely appears in the first touch. It often appears in the 5th or the 8th, or yes, even the 12th conversation. Visibility introduces you, follow-up continues the relationship. And relationships are what create clients. Now, there are 3 simple ideas that help explain why this happens. The first is what I call the introduction gap. Visibility creates awareness. Someone reads a post, they watch a video, they learn that you exist, but awareness alone doesn't create momentum. Most people are busy. They may appreciate what you shared, but they move on with their day. And without a structure that continues that conversation, the relationship stops at the introduction. Nothing is wrong. It's simply incomplete. Now, the second idea is what I call relationship timing. When someone encounters your work for the first time, they are usually in one of 3 places. They're curious, they're exploring, or they're considering change, but not ready to act yet. Very few people move from curiosity to purchasing in a single moment. They need a little more time, a little more context. Sometimes they need to see your perspective more than once before the work feels relevant. Follow-up supports that natural timeline, not through pressure, but through continuity. Now, the third idea is structure. Without a simple follow-up system, relationships depend on memory and energy, and that becomes exhausting. You try to remember who asked a question, who downloaded something, who said that they might reach out later, and eventually that mental load becomes way too heavy. So the follow-up quietly becomes inconsistent. And that's why thoughtful follow-up systems reduce decision fatigue. They remove the need to consistently decide what to do next. The structure already exists. And that's where AI can become surprisingly helpful, not as a replacement for relationships, but as a thinking partner that helps design the structure. So let me show you one simple example. This is the AI prompt I've been using with business owners who want a calm, relationship-based, clear follow-up system. Now you can paste this directly into ChatGPT or another AI tool, and here's the prompt. Let me show you one simple example. This is the AI prompt I've been using with business owners who want a simple, easy, relationship-based follow-up system. Now you can copy this directly into ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, or any other AI system. And so we're going to copy the prompt in right here, and it's a 12-touch follow-up system. So we want the GPT to act as a senior marketing expert and create a 12-touch sequence across email, text, phone, and DMs with timing, purpose, and the scripts. Include stop and slow rules and what to automate versus manual. And it's a 12-touch system. So we're going to say that they're the expert in ethical, high conversation follow-up systems for relationship-based selling. And to design a 12-touch follow-up sequence that spans email, SMS, text, phone calls, voicemail, social media DMs. It feels professional, human, and non-pushy. It works for warm leads who expressed interest but did not convert. And you're going to put your own inputs here for audience, offer, and tone. So I put mine in for Elevate 50 Plus. So my audience is entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants, and service providers who are age 45 and above who serve midlife women. And Elevate 50 Plus is a growth accelerator membership and AI-supported planning and revenue systems that simplify offers, stabilize revenue, and create aligned visibility and partnerships. So that I have the tone here, it's clear, strategic, collaborative, grounded, and mentor level, and focus on practical execution, decision clarity, and sustainable growth without hype or pressure tactics. So that's what Elevate 50 Plus is about. And then, so you would have what your business is, and then you're going to have a 12-touch sequence with the touch number, channel, timing, the number of days since your last touch, the purpose of that touch, and then you want to have, of course, a message or call scripts so that make sure that they provide value and encourage working with me. Really, really important to do that. So we also need clear ground rules. Looks like there we go. So, we have our constraints here. So we have the no spamming language, the no pressure tactics. We want to prioritize clarity and relative and consent. clarity, relevance, and consent, and use clear, practical language that's suitable for direct CRM implementation. So we'll be able to take this information and be able to create a follow-up later or automation to be able to get it into our CRM by keeping it simple. So when you run a prompt like this, the response typically creates a simple relationship map. And it might show you something like an initial follow-up email a few days later after someone downloads a resource, or maybe after they've made a comment and you've engaged on your social media. Then you might have a short check-in message a week later. And maybe one of the other follow-ups down the line is a helpful article or video. So eventually, it should give a natural conversation, a natural invitation to work with you. And what makes this helpful is not the technology, but it's the reduction of the mental load. So instead of wondering who to contact, when to reach out, or what to say, the structure simply exists, and you just need to use the structure. So all you're doing is continuing a conversation that has already begun. And that's why AI works best here as a thinking partner. It helps translate your intention into a clear system. There's not more complexity and not more brain fatigue when doing your follow-ups. When you run a prompt like this, the response typically creates a simple relationship map. It might show you something like an initial follow-up, email a few days after someone downloads a resource or likes your post or makes a comment on your post, maybe a short check-in message a week later, a helpful article or a video a little further down the timeline, and eventually a natural invitation to continue the conversation. Now, what makes this helpful is not the technology. It's a reduction in mental load. Instead of wondering who to contact, when to reach out, or what to say, that structure already exists. You're simply continuing conversations that have already begun. And that's why AI works best here as a thinking partner. It helps translate your intentions into a clear system. Not more complexity, not more brain fatigue when you're doing your follow-ups. So if visibility has been feeling frustrating lately, it may be helpful to reframe that situation. The problem may not be your visibility. Your post may already be introducing you to the right people. The missing piece may simply be what's happening after someone first shows interest. Visibility introduces you. Follow-up builds the relationship and creates the client. Relationships are what sustain our businesses over time. So a simple question to sit with this week might be this: if someone shows interest in your work today, what happens next? Is there a clear path for that conversation to continue? Or does the relationship quietly stop after the first interaction? You don't need a complicated system to solve this, just a thoughtful one. And if you're curious and want to explore it further, the AI prompt shared can be a helpful place to begin. Sometimes a small structural change is all that's needed to help visibility start supporting real conversations. And real conversations are what turns relationships into clients. And if you'd like to get that AI prompt, click the blog in the description and it'll take you to the full prompt.